Hi everyone, hope you're all enjoying the great lineup of events this week. I'm Max, I'm co-founder and head of product at Wikifactory. Wikifactory is the fastest place to design and prototype a physical product with just a laptop and an internet connection. No need for Google Docs, WeTransfer or emails. You can do everything on Wikifactory's single online system, and it's free to use for open source product development. Just go over to wikifactory.cn now and you can start using all our tools for free right away. I'll tell you a bit more about how it works and how you can join our global community of more than 50,000 makers across 200 countries. But first, I wanted to share a bit our story and why we've built Wikifactory. We started building this platform 5 years ago because we saw that what was happening in software was beginning to happen also in hardware. Distributed teams of engineers, makers, designers, hardware startups were working in virtual teams across the world to collaborate on open source design in order to make physical things. And they're doing this much, much faster than we thought was possible in physical product development. And today, when global supply chains are pressured, this global movement of makers has even produced over 60 million PPE and medical supplies for COVID-19. So it seems that a decentralized web-based system for designing, prototyping, and eventually also manufacturing products on demand is not just useful in crisis, but could be the future of producing physical things. Some of the innovations we're seeing by our community on Wikifactory are making a real impact. From drones that sow seeds to encourage reforestation, to urban farms that require extreme few amounts of water, from prosthetic limbs and robotics for children in need, to electric vehicles at a fraction of the cost. Just a few weeks ago, we saw a project on Wikifactory to digitally fabricate your own wind farm for just the cost of the materials, nothing else. So yeah, Wikifactory is the easiest and fastest place on the web where engineers can collaborate, design, and prototype physical products, all in one seamless online system. If you're on Wikifactory, you don't need to use emails, Google Docs, WeTransfer to share files. But let me show you how you can use our free platform to accelerate your product innovation and work with thousands of others across the globe on your product idea. So here we have Maxime. He's an entrepreneur and engineer, and this is his profile on Wikifactory. He's one of our 50,000 members on the platform, and they're working across all sorts of product verticals, as I've mentioned, from drones to hydroponics, telescopes, digital fabrication machines, robotics, vases. There's a lot going on. And coming back to Maxime, he's been working specifically on 2 open source digital fabrication machines. One of them is a CNC router. And this is a typical project on Wikifactory. You can see this one's open source, and he's also attached the license of his choosing. You can see his contributors and a bit of an overview of the project. We then have a documentation system where, depending on the phase that your project is in, you can start documenting various aspects, ideation aspects, sketches, mood boards, and as the project advances, documenting technical details around bill of material information, assembly instructions, and the likes. Next, we have a version-controlled cloud-based drive where you can upload all your different files and easily share them with all your collaborators and stakeholders across your value chain. And of course, being all about physical product development, we don't only visualize the usual suspects like text, photos, and videos, but we also visualize a bunch of CAD and engineering formats. And we do this directly in the browser without any need to install any kind of plugins or anything like that. Things just get streamed in. It also works nicely on phone and tablet. And here we've got their CNC router. We support something like over 30 of the kind of industry standard file formats. If you want to check those out, they're on wikifactory.cn/file formats. And being a version controlled drive, one of the great things is that I don't need to spend huge amounts of time to understand why certain files have moved or why they're not there anymore the next time I revisit. It's all here in this history log. where I can interrogate every single contribution that's been made, understand which files have been updated and changed, and even browse the drive at a certain point in history, i.e. time travel to a specific point in time from where I can then restore and look at previous versions. Lastly, we have a issue management system, project management system, where questions can be raised by, if it's an open project, anyone in the community, and people can have a structured discussion around certain thematical themes. You can also create new labels to organize things into, version 2, for example, and then assign collaborators to deal with particular tasks. There's also various social functionalities built around this. One that I wanted to show are organizations. Some organizations on our platform have up to 450 or more collaborators. Quick shout out to our friends at Otto, who I know are also at this event. They've got over 500 collaborators all working together on educational robots. And organizations like this can also create a forum where conversations can be organized into different topics. This is all about ceramic 3D printing, for example, and further categorized into different subcategories. And people then share their expertise and knowledge and get feedback from the community around what it is they're working on and how others can contribute. So basically, it's a platform that enables global innovation for local production, wherever the products are most needed or most wanted. And at Wikifactory, we strongly believe that tech is a force for good, and have many climate tech products being built on the platform right now, which you may want to get involved in. Also, our co-founders, Tom Saulfield and Nikolai Peterson, were also one of 150 leaders to develop the Tech Pledge, which was a commitment to build tech for good in the software industries. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you on Wikifactory and enjoy the great event. And by the way, scan this QR code coming up now for a 30-day free trial of our private workspaces, should you want to collaborate in a private context or aren't quite ready yet to open things up fully. Anyways, enjoy and hope to see you on Wikifactory. Bye.